Hey guys, I am Vikas and welcome to this After Effects tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create cinematic title animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugins. So let's take a new project and get started. Alright, so let's start by creating a new composition. So click on this new composition and let's call it main comp. And set the size 1920 by 1080, set this frame rate 30, duration make it 5 seconds long and hit OK. And now let's create a background. So go to layer, new and take a new solid and I'm going to call it smoke. Make it pure black and hit OK. And select this smoke, go to effect, noise and gain and click on this fractal noise. And now we have to create a smoke kind of effect. So expand this transform and let's set this scale value maybe 300 and hit enter. And now let's animate this evaluation. So hold Alt on the keyboard and click on this stopwatch button to open this expression box and let's type a time expression. So I'm going to type time multiply by 200 and hit enter and set this resolution third and let's play this. So as you can see, it's looking nice. And now let's minimize it and select this smoke and change this brightness and contrast. So set this contrast value maybe 40 and hit enter and set this brightness negative 45 and hit enter. So as you can see, we have a nice smoke kind of effect here. And now let's create a light over here. So go to layer, new and take a new solid and I'm going to call it light 1 and pick this color blue, hit OK. And now we have to create a mask. So select this ellipse tool and draw an ellipse. So hold Alt on the keyboard and let's draw like that and select this move tool, select this mask 1 and select all these control point and let's set this over here like that and expand this mask properties and set this mask feather maybe 800 and hit enter and set this mask expansion maybe 50 and hit enter and let's minimize it and let's create a duplicate of this light. So hit Ctrl D to duplicate and let's change the color of this second light. So go to layer, solid setting and let's change this color to red and hit OK. Click on new and now hit M on the keyboard and select this mask and select all these control point and move this mask over here. And now let's minimize it and select this light and hit T on the keyboard to bring out this opacity and let's set this opacity 80% and hit enter and let's minimize it. And now we have to create a text. So select this text tool and type a text over here. Select this text and choose your font style. So I'm using Sui Zenrix and set the size of this text maybe 200 pixel and set this character spacing 0. Okay, and set this text in center. So go to alignment and click on this horizontal alignment and click on this vertical alignment. Basically set this text in center. And now let's animate this text. So expand this text and click on this animate and click on this tracking and add a tracking effect and go to around 4 seconds and click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on tracking amount and go to very beginning of this animation and set this tracking amount maybe 420 and hit enter and let's play this. So as you can see, we have a very basic animation. So select this move tool and select this keyframe. Hit F9 on the keyboard to easy ease this keyframe and go to your graph editor. If your graph editor not looking like this, then right click on this and check this edit speed graph. Okay, and select this point, hold this handle and drag this curve like that and select this point also and set this handle over here and create a curve like that. And now let's play this again. Alright, so as you can see, we have a nice smooth animation, and let's close this graph editor and let's minimize this. And now right click on this text, go to layer style and add a gradient overlay effect and expand this gradient overlay and click on this edit gradient. And now let's set this gradient and make this text 3D. So select this point and pick this color pure white and add another point in center like that, and pick this center point color maybe like gray color, and hold this point and set it like that. And now select this point and set it like that and hit OK. Now let's create a duplicate of this text. So hit Ctrl D to duplicate and select this bottom text layer and go to character and set this character spacing maybe -20 and hit enter. And now go to edit gradient again and let's change the color of this point. So select this point and select a gray color like that. Okay, and pick this point and select this color gray and pick this center point and make it pure white. Okay, and hold this point and set it like that, and hold this point also and set it like that and hit OK. So as you can see, it's looking like a 3D text. And now let's minimize it. Okay. Now, if you want to change this text, you have to change in both these text layer, but we don't have to do this because I'm going to parent this source text with this upper layer source text. So let's expand this and expand this text, and let's pick this picker point and let's parent it with upper layer source text, something like this. Okay. And now we have to change only this upper layer text. So select this text tool and I'm going to type force. Now let's minimize it. All right. And after that, let's add some particles over here. So go to project window, select this move tool and right click on this project window, go to import file and select this particle file which I have downloaded from pixabay.com and link given in the description. So go to the link and download this particle file and click on import. And now drag this particle file into this main composition and set this blending mode to screen. Okay, and let's play this. So as you can see, it's looking something like that. And now we have to add a lens flare over here. So right click on this project window, go to import file and import a lens flare file, which I have also given a link in the description. So go to the link and download this flare and click on import and drag this flare file into this main composition, and let's fit this. So hit S on the keyboard to bring out this scale properties and let's scale it up and set it like that, and let's change the blending mode to a screen. All right, and now set this lens flare over here, something like that. Okay, and let's minimize it. All right, now we have to create a camera. So go to layer, new, and take a new camera, and I'm going to call it cam and set this preset 35 mm, hit OK and select this layer and let's convert it into a 3D layer. So click on this toggle switch edge and let's turn on this 3D button and then go to this 4 view top and let's create a distance of each layer from this camera. So select this smoke, hit P on the keyboard to bring out this position properties, and this is our Z position. So set this Z position maybe 800 and leave this light and text as it is and select this particle, hit P on the keyboard and set this Z position over here. So set this value maybe 600 and hit enter. And now do the same thing for this flare. So select this flare, hit P on the keyboard to bring out this position properties and set this Z position maybe like 400 and hit enter. And now let's scale it up and fit this lens flare according to our composition size. So hit S on the keyboard and let's scale it up like that, and select this particle, hit S on the keyboard and let's scale it up and fit this according to our composition size, maybe like that. And now select this last smoke layer, hit S on the keyboard to bring out this scale properties and let's scale it up and fit this like that. And now let's animate this camera. So let's minimize this first, okay, and change this to single view and select this camera and let's expand this and expand this transform and go to the end of this animation and click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on G rotation and click on this stopwatch button to create a keyframe on position also, and then go to very beginning of this animation and let's set the rotation of this camera maybe 30 degree and hit enter. And now select this camera tool and select this track Z camera tool and let's drag it by holding left mouse button and drag it like this and set this something like that. And now let's play this. So as you can see, we have a very basic animation. So let's make some more interesting animation. So select all these keyframe, hit F9 on the keyboard to easy ease this keyframe and go to your graph editor and select this point, hold this handle and drag it like that and select this point and hold this handle and drag it like that. Okay, and now let's play this again. Alright, so it's looking nice. Now close this graph editor and let's minimize this camera and go to layer, new, and take a new adjustment layer and I'm gonna call it adjustment. Hit enter. Now select this adjustment layer and go to effect and preset and search for curves and drag these curves on this adjustment layer and select this blue channel and set this blue channel maybe like that. And now we have to create an aspect ratio. So take a new solid, go to layer, new, and take a new solid and make it pure black, hit OK and let's call it black and hit OK. And let's add a rectangle mask. So select this rectangle tool and double click on that and select this control point, hold shift on the keyboard and press down arrow key 2 times and select these two control point, hold shift and press up arrow key 2 times. Okay, and then click on this inverted and let's minimize it and it's almost done. So click on this motion blur button and let's enable motion blur for this text. Okay, alright, so it's done and let's change this resolution to full and let's check this animation. Alright, so it's looking awesome and that's all for this tutorial. I hope you like it. So I will see you in next tutorial. Till then, bye bye.